a very good friend of us. So I want to welcome Andrea Luzon.
Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! Everybody knows this one, right? Not a second-hand emotion. What's love got to do with it? Thank you, Brian. I appreciate you. Hey, love. Yes. Woo! Can I get a hey, love? Thank you so much. You are love. I am love. I'm here today to be a legacy liberator. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to liberate legacies. So you might see on the screen when Brian's ready. We so appreciate you, Brian. You might see on the screen, you are a love legacy. There we go. You are a love legacy. And that's what I'd like to talk to you about today. You see, my parents left me a legacy. What probably comes to mind when you hear the word legacy, you might think money. You might think buildings. You might think of land. Or maybe you think of fame. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. My parents left me a legacy of energy. Mom and Dad, I hope you're watching. An energetic legacy, a legacy of energy. I heard my parents throughout my life refer to each other as love. Hey, love, someone's at the door. Can you get it? Hey, love, I can't reach the bowl on this shelf. Honey, where are you? Hey, love, I'm so glad you're home. So good to see you. And I'd love to hear the terms of endearment that you grew up with. Maybe there were none. Maybe you loved them. Maybe you did not love them. But what are some that you heard growing up? That some people call them pet names. I call them terms of endearment. So I'd love to hear from the audience.
Honey.
Honey. Sweetie.
Darling.
Darling. Handsome man. Sugar lump. Oh. Sugar lump. How about over here? Julie? Anybody over here? Sis, yes.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Keep them coming. Charlotte, come on, Charlotte. Love? Yes. Okay. Sweetheart. My little dabble. That's a new one. I've not heard my little dabble. One more. Baby. Yes. Thank you for participating. Thank you so much for participating. My parents also called each other hun, and I love the hun, just short for honey. So if you're in my life, I've probably called you hun or love multiple times. And I've heard Brian call me babe before, and we're going to talk about that. Because you all feel the energy in those words. You feel the energy. It's like part of your tribe. Like you feel connected. You feel alive. Or maybe you didn't love those terms of endearment. Maybe they weren't so endearing to you. Maybe they felt disempowering. Maybe there was some negativity there. Maybe you felt left out or abandoned by some of those words. But what I want to land with you is that the energy that is exchanged through your words, through your presence, through your deeds, they leave an imprint. Evans just spoke about a thumbprint. And I was like, man, it's like he's totally doing my talk. He was talking about some things that the direction we're going to go today. But I believe that just by you being here today, by you walking into any room, by the way you speak not only to others but to yourself, you are etching fingerprints like a carver on people's hearts. Okay? Hear that again. Imagine someone etching those really cool prints where they etch really deep and then they roll the ink over it and then it pushes onto paper and it makes something amazing. And sometimes they do multiple etches and then multiple colors and it ends up being something that you're like, that was definitely hand painted, but no, that was someone etching. You are etching on yourself every day, every moment, every minute. You're etching here and then it emanates out into every relationship, every room that you walk into, your workplace, your children, your parents, your siblings, your teammates. You are making an imprint everywhere you go. That is what I call your love legacy. and you're making it right now, right in this moment. So I'm going to go to the next slide if Brian's ready for that. He says that the thingy's up here. Okay, there we go. So terms of endearment, we talked about that. Leaving an impression. I believe you're leaving an impression everywhere you go. Who here knows Jawanda and William Fells? Yes! Woo! Jawanda and William Fells, you have been on my mind a lot lately as I wrote this speech. Oh, I'm not going to get emotional. Who feels good when Jawanda and William are around? Can I just get a yeah? Yes! This is what I'm talking about. This is a love legacy. These are people that are alive in their love legacy. They're in their passion. They're walking their talk. I feel better when they're around. There's a certain smile. There's a confidence. They feel confident about themselves. They are confident in their faith. They're confident in their faith in the world. They're confident in their faith in me. I'm like, geez, we don't even know each other that well, but I just feel more confident when these two are around. Seriously, and everyone here who has met them knows it. And for those of you watching online, we're going to put a link below to one of their 5 businesses that they have, and we'll introduce you to Jawanda and William Fells, because they are powerful people. Yes. And that's where I want to go today. I want to go to the next slide. I'm going to point at Brian. There we go. And I'm going to keep going. Let's go back up one. Okay, a lot of people here have talked about passion. And I really would invite all of us that if you're feeling out of alignment, and alignment is like, have you driven a car and there's some alignment issue and it's bumpy? Who agrees that you might have a bumpy ride if your car is out of alignment? Yay? Nay? Yay? Who thinks that the people in the car with you might be having a bumpy ride if your car is out of alignment? Yay? Nay? Yay. So alignment is when, misalignment is when you're not in line with your love legacy. You are not walking your talk. You are not living that soul-led gift that only you have been given. That imprint that was given to you by divine essence. It's yours. I look around this room, I see leaders. I see those who are ready to be inspired, those who are ready to up-level, those who are ready to dial into that love legacy and live it. Breathe it, be it, walk it, talk it. Have it ooze out of you into all of your relationships, like how I've talked about Jawanda and William, because I feel like they're gifted in that. So you get to connect with what brings you joy. Some of us get a little far from our joy sometimes. We get pretty down. But my invitation is for you to check in with yourself what lights you up. What do you want more of? That's going to give you some inkling, some hints about your passion. That's going to give you a little bit of a tell about where do I want to go? How do I want to live? How do I want to show up? This is a big one. You might see the word on the screen. Maybe those of you online cannot see it, but I'm going to tell you the next step. The second step is permission. How many of us have this inkling, this knocking on our heart? And it's telling you where you should go. And it's telling you who to call. And it's telling you how to show up and get up, get out of bed, stop hitting snooze, go to the thing. You said you would be there. You said you'd be on time. But you're not giving yourself permission. Okay? You're holding yourself back. Permission is a 2-step process. You get to release some stuff. You get to work with a coach. You get to go to a group. You get to get a therapist. You get to work with someone. You got to have people in the wings with you so that you can release those old stories that are stopping your permission. Step number 2 is to embrace. You got to embrace permission. You got to live it. You get to own it. You get to be it. So permission is a deep, crunchy process. We can go there together. And you have a sheet in front of you today. We can go further with that. I'll talk to you about that soon. The next step is that, there we go. Oh, too many steps. The next step is that you get to be in action. Evans went on stage before me, and he talked about being in action. He talked about permission. He talked about passion. He talked about purpose. And we really get to be in action. We get to take some steps. If you need support, get it. But you get to get up when you say you're going to get up. You get to eat what you say you're going to eat and not eat what you say you're not going to eat. Right? You get to take care of yourself because we need you. We need your imprint. We need your impact. I need you. I need you in your love legacy. I'm looking at you, Julie and Amy. I love you. Terry, we just met. And just like we have community, we have tribe, we need you in your love legacy. We need you walking it and talking it. So you get to take some action. Most importantly, step number 4. And in all truth, step number 4 gets sprinkled throughout. Who can tell me what word that is? Grace. Okay? I invite you all, if you have a moment, for those of you watching online, please don't be driving. But if you have a moment to just bring your eyes to a close and take a nice deep inhale and hear these words and let them speak inside your mind. I give myself grace as I experience the ebb and flow of my life. Exhaling, breathe in again, nice and deep. I give myself grace as I experience the ebb and flow of my life. Okay, you can open your eyes. I hope you're breathing a little more smoothly and softly now. We get to give ourselves grace throughout our life. There is ebb, there is flow. We have to have contrast, y'all. Going back to the driving analogy, we need those potholes. We need that loose gravel. We need those moments of feeling out of balance and out of control, because guess what? That makes you more present to what's real that's coming next. You need the breakdowns to break through. You become more you. Oh my gosh, so much talk about fear today and yesterday. Fear. Those little your emotions are your guidance system. Your emotions are like, ooh, I don't want any more of that. Ooh, but I want some more of this. This feels good. So grace. So you get to give yourself grace to feel your feelings. Love your people and be like, no, those are not my people. You get to know that. You get to go there. And all of this is liberating your legacy. All of this is bringing you home to that life force, to that essence inside of you that we all need. And I know you've heard this before. Thank you. I'm excited for your show tonight. I'm excited for this comedian who's going to be on stage later tonight. We get to give ourselves grace. We get to liberate our legacies. We get to walk our talk. We get to be all of it. And I shared with you that passion is a huge part of it. So you'll see that there's a piece of paper in front of you. It's got my picture on it a couple times. For those of you online, it's not there. But I love to take people through a process where we look at your passions. We look at your motivators. I think it's a 5 to 7 minute assessment of like who you are. The people who have written this assessment were ministers. You know, and I normally don't shout that from the rooftops, but these are people that want to help you land in the fact that your passion and motivation is divine. And that's why I'm saying that we need it. We need you to be in your divine, to be in your full self. Because one drop in the bucket of you stepping into greater self-actualization raises the water level of the entire bucket. One drop makes a big difference. I know, because I have a leaky faucet in the back of my house right now that is overflowing on the daily. But anyway, that's a total other thing, but that's what I'm talking about. Every little drop makes a difference. And sometimes we think we don't matter. And sometimes we're like, I don't have an imprint. Yes, you do. You have an imprint. You are making one on me just by us having eyes. You are witnessing me, and that is part of my journey, part of my self-actualization. And everyone who's not yet on the stage and has not been, I call you forward to take the BTBS, Becoming the Best Speaker course, and get on this stage. Get on this stage. Because we need you. We need you in your light. I mean, it's like a beacon. Imagine that out in the ocean, like imagine yourself on a ship. It's the dark of night. The waves are churning, and you're feeling unsteady. You're feeling lost. And way in the distance, you see a blinking light. And if you were that ship's captain right now in this storm, and we got to go back, this is before digital. Let's say your digital is out. So you're totally lost. You're in the dark, and you see a blinking light. Can you just feel the visceral experience of being like, yes, I see light amidst the storm? That's all of you. That's all of you being on fire, lit up, fully alive, fulfilled, taking one tiny step today and one tiny step tomorrow. We need you awake and liberated in your love legacy. So go to that assessment. No pressure to go any further than that, but if you'd like to, you have my website. You can reach out to me. Thank you all. I'm Andrea Luzon, Legacy Liberator.
Let's give it up for Andrea Luzon.
Oh, come back. Let's do this again.
Yes, let's give
Let's
it
do
up
it
for Andrea Luzon!
Thank you.
Now, here at BTBY, we forgive an opportunity to give a shameless plug to the people who have gone through the courses that we have, and the BTBS Academy is one of those. And Andrea is doing a great job. She has blossomed as a speaker. She has her own IG page. What's the IG page?
Legacy Liberation Coaching.
Legacy Liberation Coaching. So she's not just a speaker, she's a coach. And here's what we want to do, because Andrea and I, we've had some conversations, and we know that we give to a lot of people. We give opportunities for other people to come on our shows. We give opportunities to other people to share what they do and how they are changing the world. But now we want to give Andrea to you guys, because I know there are people out here who have podcasts. I know there are people who are out here with shows. I know there are people out here in this audience that are going to be doing their own events. And we want to make sure that Andrea shares her love legacy on your stages, and on your podcasts, and on your IGs, so that she can wear her crown as a legacy love liberator as well. So how can they reach you, Andrea?
Yes, you can definitely go to Legacy Liberation Coaching Instagram. I'm on it a lot, and right there should be a link, and you can get a free download for ways to release your inner critic. That might be a great way to sample some of my work, and then you can book a chat. We'll go deep.
Definitely reach out to Andrea as you give her another round of applause.
Thank you all so much.
All right, so you guys, are you digging what